Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. We have here this holder, Toyota Sienna, and she was towed here for no start. The owner was driving it sporadically. It's not a daily driver. Somehow he ended up losing the ability to start it, losing the power. So let's go see where it is. It got towed here. The tow truck brought it just minutes ago. Look, James Taylor, Sweet Baby James. It's a good music. Let's see, where are we? What can we do with it? Oh, you mean that's completely dead, that we cannot even see the slightest blink? Wow, so this one is dead. You can see my shop jumper, the heavy duty unit for this kind of usage, and the battery is so dead. You have to find some spot where to put it, so you can actually using this driving into the shop, because that, as you saw, it was completely kaput. Let's go and see what we got here. There is the key in the pocket. It's freezing, it's cold. Oh, look at it, suddenly everything is perfectly lit. 207129. The engine starts perfectly up. So the battery was completely drained to nothing. The question is, why? Is the alternator bad? Because if you look on the battery, 1120, that's like a 3 years and 9 months, something like that. So again, making sure this will not fall and damage anything. I am able to drive in the shop. It's supposed to start raining, so I'm lucky boy that it's not raining yet. If you look at the skies, it's just crazy. It's so cold. Let's go get her in. Even with this hood open like that, not a problem. And we will get in a shop. And we should be a better place if it will start raining. The door is open enough. Yeah, that's better. First, we need to go and figure out together. I'm inviting you on this journey. We'll figure out together what is the problem, why the battery was completely dead. Maybe because of the alternator. What do you say? What's your gut feeling about this whole situation? So, let's use multimeter and have a first guess right here. If the alternator was working correctly, despite the fact we are depending on this pack, there should be on the terminals of the battery, there should be 13.5 up to like 14.5 volts. Where shall I put the meter so you can see it? Yeah, there's a glare, but I will read it for you. So, negative, positive, and it has 14.20, 14.18. So I will say this alternator is actually driving, the alternator is charging correctly, and maybe the reason is that he has parasitic draw. That means something is draining battery while he is not using this vehicle every day, while he's not using it frequently. Let's go ahead in this case, because we have to charge. Let's go and disconnect the pack. I will quickly put it away. and I will show you the data this way. Let's see again what the alternator does for us. What's about it? Isn't that better for you? Okay. Can you see it? 14.11, 14.8, 14.09, excuse me, it's always 0, 14.06. It's not very steady. To further diagnose this, I will need to remove the cables, clean the terminals. I will, instead of running the vehicle, I will put it on the charger while it's disconnected and do some quick charge. I don't have a time for the overnight, the full charge. I will do quick charge for the battery, test it also, and see how can we continue. So the vehicle was running like 7 minutes, almost 10, because I was checking his power sliding door on the other side, because he mentioned it also, and there is a problem. It has a incorrect function because this button on the other side is getting stuck inside, so the door works and doesn't work. So after 10 minutes of engine running, alternator charging, just for your info, since this is a discovery video, the vehicle will not start. The starter was clicking, will not start. Obviously I knew I'm removing everything. This was extremely loose, negative terminal. Then I applied my 10mm wrench on it. Basically just fell off, so this needs to be fixed. There is that spacer over there. I will have to remove it. Make sure that terminal is perfectly attached to the battery. What you see right now, I have a charger and I need some results sooner or later, so it's not a deep charge with 4 amps. I took my 10 amp charger. This one charges faster. Because we will be looking for possibility of parasitic draw. Also only after I will perfectly install these terminals, I will be looking at that alternator and the numbers here, the voltage, and trying to make sense of this whole situation. Just for your curiosity, you can see the voltage. How many volts you will see when the charger is charging the battery. And it's 1471 at this moment. And I'm very happy I'm filming this for you. You are with me here because I keep monitoring my progress of this charging. And this charger first time gave me results which I never saw, which will happen through the charging process. Look at this. I'm not sure how much you see it. It's a red light. There is like a simple battery which looks unhappy. How can I show it? Oh yeah, and it's on. So the charging was interrupted. I don't hear cooling fan from it anymore. The temp and charger is telling me that the battery is actually faulty. This happened approximately after 1.5 hours of this charging process. Here is my favorite tester, electronic tester, which always gives me perfect results. Never had it failed on me. Can highly recommend anybody this top done. So it's a green. It showed 12.14, now it's 12.12 volts. Let's go English. It's out of vehicle. I know it's in the vehicle, but it's fully disconnected from the vehicle, so we call it out of vehicle. It's after charge. Regular flooded battery. CCAs are, you look here, 700 CCA. It's right there. Let's test it. Yep. State of health, 12%. State of charge, it's at 21%. 12.12 volts, 190 amps available. Internal resistance, it's 15.54 milliohms. It should be somewhere down to 5 or 6, and the result is clear: replace. So we can clearly see that it's always a good idea to first do proper diagnostics, and only after that to replace the part which is bad. This will be our new battery. The sticker is here, fortunately, so it's easy to see the age, and it's a little bit better. It has 750 cold cranking amps. Here she goes, nicely in that battery tray. Here is that hook with a nut. Always make sure you put the strap, holding strap back. It's important. Don't torque this too hard. You don't want to crash the battery. It's made of plastic, so just make sure. Use common sense. This is the time to replace and remove these protective covers and install from previous battery. This is the owner's corrosion protective pads. They should slow down. It cannot eliminate it, but it should slow down the corrosion on the battery terminals. This I need to open more to put it all the way down. Anytime I have vehicles coming and the battery terminal is barely hanging on the top here, you want to make sure you open that clamp enough that it's touching here, that pad, and only after that you start with a positive, and only after that I will carefully again. You don't want to break this whole thing. The clamp, the terminal is maxed out. I cannot squeeze it more and it will be wiggling on the terminals. So there's this plastic thing. It's supposed to again slow down the corrosion. But I have these pads, so I can get rid of it, and it will let me to squeeze the clamp a little bit more, and that will make all the difference. This is what I have just removed from the whole design, and that piece of plastic, it's gone, and you will see I will be able to put that clamp finally perfectly tight. Before, when I grabbed the negative, it just slipped off. Now I can grab this and the whole car will be shaking, and it's not moving whatsoever. Perfect. Now I can use the battery terminal protector on both negative and positive. The corrosion also affects these straps, so you see a little bit of rust here. I will spray even on that, on the bolt, and here. That will definitely sound. The starter, the way it sounded, that shows brand new battery. And what do you expect to see as a voltage. Huh? 14, 22, 21, 19, and so on. This is perfect number for a charging system. Let's go turn it off and see what is the voltage on the brand new battery when connected to the vehicle. And just for reference for everybody, 12.93. So that's pretty high. Normally you should see somewhere around 12.7, 12.8. This is brand new, it was just running, so it slowly will drop down to that. You can see it's oscillating between 3 and 2, so this is perfect. And such a new battery should last approximately 5 years here in California. I hope many of you enjoyed this video and many of you will find it helpful for their own diagnosis in the future. If you did, please give it thumb up and make sure you are subscribed. I have way more coming your way soon on this channel. Thank you for watching and have a great day, my friend.